Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Michael, your host, and this is Freeze TV. What we're going to do today is another political campaign talking point. Excuse me. And what we're going to discuss today is the welfare system. The welfare system in this country is broken. It is extremely broken. You have people that are making welfare a career instead of an assistance program, which is what welfare is. It's an assistance program. Now, a little bit of history on the welfare system. Okay, the welfare system was introduced in the 1960s by President Lyndon Johnson, and basically what it was is Johnson was saying to American families, mainly African American families, that the government is going to give them money. The government is going to give them subsidies for food as long as they're a single parent. So the single mother rate for black families in the late 1960s, I believe it was something like 17%. It was not very high. I believe the numbers as of 2017, I believe it was up somewhere along the lines of 78%. Okay, so that's a big disparagement in single parent homes in the black community. Okay, now the thing about it is the black community ate it up. They're eating it up today. Okay, when you've got something along the lines of like 78% single mother rates among the black community, that is outrageous. Now, another little story, and this is how I know that the welfare system is broken. Okay, all right. My ex-wife and I, we had gone to a grocery store. Now, at the time, I was working part-time, and we were struggling a little bit. We were on food stamps. Okay? We go to the grocery store. We get our food. We were getting something like $300 a month in food stamps, which was a great help, you know. So we went to the grocery store, and we bought food. You know, we had to budget, stringently budget our money so that we had enough money to last through the month. So we get up there, we're in line. In front of us, there's a family with 3 shopping carts full to the brim of food. Food underneath, heaping full of food. So they get up there and they pay with food stamps. Okay, that's fine. Everybody needs help every now and then. But what happened is we got up there and the cashier was shaking her head, and my ex-wife's like, is there something wrong? And she's like, well, that family, they just bought, $700 worth of food on food stamps. And they still had $1,300 left in food stamps. So this family in front of us was receiving $2,000 a month in food stamps. We paid for our food, got out to the car. We were parked near that family. They were still loading up their stuff when we got out there. And they were driving a brand new Cadillac Escalade. And the mother was on a brand new fucking iPhone. Now this has been, I'm going to say it was probably like the iPhone 8 that this happened. But she had a brand new iPhone, getting $2,000 a month in fucking food stamps. All right, so the system's broken. All right, that right there proved to me that the welfare system's broke. All right, and it needs to be fixed. I've got the way to fix it. So, if you're still with me this far, I want to thank you. And, one second. If you're still with me, I want to say thank you. And I'm going to give a shout out to my unofficial sponsor, Cheetah Rose. Okay, Cheetah Rose is a website dedicated to mainly bigger women, the bigger women community. They currently have clothes, shoes, lingerie, bra and underwear sets, or individual pieces, sizes up to, I believe, 5X, for the bigger woman that wants to look good and feel sexy at the same time. The website also carries a broad assortment of adult fun materials. Okay, so if you would like to check that out, I will leave the link in the description for that website. It is very well priced, very low prices for very good quality items. Okay, so let's get into fixing the welfare system. Okay, so the way I will do it, if you elect me as president, okay, is I will bring, all right, family comes to me, they need assistance. Okay, I'm more than willing to give them assistance. I've been on it. I understand people need it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the application process. Okay, one, they've got to provide identification, social security card, birth certificate maybe. I haven't got all that ironed out, but they have to prove that they are an American citizen. Okay, if you are not an American citizen, I'm sorry, but we're not going to be able to give you any assistance. Okay, so you provide all the documentation needed, you go through the application process, you're approved. Okay, you are approved for 1 year. For 1 year. Okay, I understand people lose their jobs. I understand that. I've lost my job. Okay, so you are on assistance for 1 year. Okay, food stamps, welfare, whatever you need. Okay, but excuse me, you have to actively look for a job, which you have to do right now. But under my policy, you have until that 1 year. At 1 year, you're going to come back in and you're going to get your case reevaluated. Okay, you have to have a job. You have to have a job. Okay, and my vice president that I'm going to run with he's like, well, what about, what if they get a job, they work for about a month and then they quit? Okay, your shit's cut. You have to work 1 year, consistently work for 1 year. Okay, now at the end of the year, if you come in and you don't have a job, you've not been looking, nothing like that, your stuff's gone. Okay, now if you come in at the year mark and get reevaluated, okay, you're working. Okay, we're going to go ahead and extend your benefits again. Okay, you are only going to be allowed to be on benefits for a maximum of 5 years with an exemption. Okay, now let's say, single mother, couple kids, needs assistance. Okay, we're going to give you assistance. Okay, let's say she goes down and gets a job, part-time job. You at least have to work part-time. Okay, the part-time is just to help pay the bills. Okay, but she decides, you know what, I'm going to go to school. Okay, we're going to go to school. So she goes to school. Okay, and she's still working part-time, so her benefits are going to get extended each year up until the 5-year mark. Okay, now at the end of 5 years, okay, you should have been able to get your bachelor's degree. I believe a bachelor's is a 2-year degree. Okay, so you still got another 3 years of benefits. Okay, so at the end of the 5 years, you come in and you sit down, you say, okay, I'm working part-time, I'm going to school full-time. Okay, I'm right in the middle of my master's degree. Okay, not a problem. You show me that you're actively enrolled in school. You show me, okay, yeah, you're working, you're actively enrolled in school. Great. We're going to extend your benefits out for another year. That way you have benefits again to get you through graduation for your master's degree. Okay? And then at the end of that year, okay, you graduate, you come in and you say, I'm so happy, I'm still working, I graduated college, I have a master's degree in X career field. Perfect. We're even going to give you a bonus. We're going to extend you for 6 months. We're going to extend your benefits for 6 months. That's another exemption. Hashtag exemption. Okay? We're going to extend you for 6 months. In 6 months, that should give you enough time to apply at companies in your chosen career field, whatever you have your degree for. All right? You get hired on, you've got, let's say you get hired on in the first month. Okay, well, you got another 5 months, you're saving money, you're paying your bills, doing this, that, and the other thing. All right, at the end of that 6 months, you come in and say, you know what, I got a job with Y company, I'm making this much a year, I appreciate it, but I don't need the assistance anymore. All right, so at that time, we're going to go ahead and cancel your benefits. Okay, we're going to cancel your Medicaid. We're going to cancel your food stamps, your welfare check, government cheese, whatever you're getting. We're going to go ahead and cancel it because you got a great job. Okay, that's for somebody that wants to go to school. Okay, now for the average Joe that doesn't want to go to school, okay, they're on welfare. Okay, I'm working. You come in after a year, okay, yeah, you're working, you're still struggling a little bit. We're going to offer financial planning classes so you can plan for your financial future. Okay? We're going to teach you how to budget your money. Okay? All right, all this goes on for 5 years. Now, at 5 years, you're off. Period. Because in that 5 years, you should have planned enough and gotten a good enough job, or you might have started on the lower levels, but 5 years, you could get promoted up. Okay? You can get promoted up. No problem. Okay? So after 5 years, we're going to cut your benefits. You don't need them anymore. Okay? Whether you got kids or not, we're cutting your benefits. Okay? Because one of the things that I get tired of seeing is career welfare recipients. Okay? I know people that have been on welfare for years, all right, and they're not trying to better themselves. So we're going to give you the opportunity to better yourself. Okay, now part of this also goes into my college scholarship plan, which I will get into in another video. Okay, and people have said, well, Mike, what about elderly people, and what about disabled people and things like that. Okay, I'm going to cover that. If you are an elderly person, okay, if you're elderly, collecting Social Security, living on a fixed income, things like that, I understand. I'm not a complete asshole. Okay, I understand, that some people live on Social Security. I know it doesn't pay much. My dad's didn't pay much. I understand. Okay, so if you're elderly and you're living on a fixed income, you could come into the welfare office and look, I'm on Social Security, I need help. Okay. So people that are living on Social Security don't have a lot of money and things like that. They're going to get Medicaid and they're going to get assistance. Okay? They're going to get it permanent. Okay? And as far as disabled people, okay, you're going to be able to get assistance too, okay, depending on your disability, okay? If you're trying to claim that you're fat and you're disabled because you're fat, no. That's not, no. Now, if you have, like, a debilitating condition, like let's say you have rheumatoid arthritis and you're disabled, you can't work, okay? Okay, we're going to, we're going to evaluate it case by case. If you're disabled due to a mental condition such as, you have Down syndrome or you have some kind of mental condition that keeps you from working, okay? One, you're going to have to provide a letter from a doctor stating that this is a disabling condition, okay? Bipolar is not a good excuse, okay? So you're going to have to provide documented proof of a debilitating mental condition, okay? Which goes into, housing, okay? If you are able and capable of working, okay, and you are, excuse me, my rugs are slipping. Okay, but if you are young and healthy and you're living in, the projects, housing or whatever, depending on the circumstances, okay, Now, if you're a single mom, you're working, trying to better yourself, okay, we're going to allow you to be in housing, okay? But if you are 100% able of getting off your fat ass and going out and getting a job and working, you don't need to be in the projects, okay? You don't. All right, the projects, housing units are meant for people that, that need help. And I understand people need help. Okay. So like I said, if you're starting out or if, something's happened, you've hit hard times, you got to move into housing. I understand. Okay. But we're going to have a time limit on that. Okay. You're not going to live there forever because you're taking up a space that could be used for somebody that is living on Social Security and doesn't have a big income. Okay. Or somebody that is disabled. All right. So I'm not just going to kick you out, but I am going to give you a certain time to get out. All right, because if you're healthy and you can work, go out and get a job. And I know people say, oh, well, it's so hard. It's hard. Yeah, well, nothing in life that's worth having is easy, okay? I drive a truck, okay? I make change per mile, okay? I do not make $100,000 a year, okay? But with proper financial planning and a lot of hard work, I have been able in under 3 years, I have been able to buy a house and pay it off. I've been able to buy a car and pay it off. And I've been able to go down and buy a newer car that I'm currently paying on. So it is possible, okay? Everything is possible. You just got to put in the work to do it. Okay? My welfare system, one of the things you will notice about my welfare system is I have not said anything about race. I'm not concentrating on race. I'm not concentrating on skin color. I'm not concentrating on anything. It's for everybody. It's completely equal across the line, okay? Now, as far as the food stamps, okay, excuse me, I had to check the time. All right, as far as the food stamps, which this is another thing that really pisses me off about the welfare system. Okay, you got people that are just popping out babies left and right, collecting Medicaid and collecting fucking food stamps. Like that lady that had $2,000 in food stamps. There is no way you need $2,000 in food stamps for a month. Okay, the true damn story. Okay, and I'll provide you proof of it. Okay, I will provide you fucking proof. Okay, today. Not a couple hours ago, I went to Walmart. Okay, I spent $76, and I got enough food to last me for about 2-3 weeks, including a brand new coffee maker. And just to show you that I'm not, blowing smoke up your ass, all right? Hang on 1 second. All right, excuse the shaky cam. All right, but I'm going to turn my camera around, and I'm going to show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, see right up here. Look at all that damn food. Look at all that. Jambalaya, macaroni salad, some roast beef. I got coffee, tea, chips, some side dishes, and see right there, I bought me a brand new fucking coffee pot, all of that for $76. Okay? So, oops, sorry. So I want you to tell me in the comments below, who the hell needs $2,000 in fucking food stamps? You don't. Another thing that I would do as far as the food stamps, and I've noticed this a lot, is that now you can go into these fucking convenience stores and even some restaurants, fast food places, and they take food stamps. I remember when I was collecting food stamps with my ex-wife, you couldn't even get a fucking fountain drink and have the straw in it. They wouldn't take food stamps for that. Now, apparently, you can use food stamps to buy fucking everything. So under my administration, only food you have to prepare. It could be a frozen pizza, But you can't go into a gas station and get a pizza cooked. You actually have to prepare the food. Excuse me. You actually have to prepare the food yourself. Okay? So, and some people have asked me, okay, well, what about WIC? Well, I think the WIC system is just fine. My ex-wife, we were on WIC when she was pregnant with both of our kids. I think the WIC program is just fine. I don't think there's any problem with it, except one thing. Except one thing, okay? They put... Excuse me. WIC pushes the Similac formula. They really do. They don't give you a choice. It's Similac. Okay, now the problem with that is like with my kids, with my son. He couldn't tolerate the Similac. Okay? So when we go back to WIC and tell him, look, you know, our son is throwing up the Similac. He can't tolerate it. We need Enfamil. Okay? They didn't want to give us Enfamil. They told us we had to go to the doctor and have the doctor say that my son needed Enfamil. All right, so they were willing to let my son starve because my ex-wife couldn't breastfeed. So they want to let my son starve just because they don't want to cover the Enfamil. No. Under my administration, you get a choice. You get Enfamil or Similac. Okay? If you pick Similac and your child can't tolerate it, you go back to the WIC office and say, look, my kid can't tolerate it. I need to switch it to the Enfamil. Boom. That's the only complaint I got about WIC. Pretty much WIC is going to stay the same, but we're going to have a major fucking overhaul to the Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, welfare, all that crap. All right? Now, because I'm doing it this way, all right, and requiring you have to have proof that you're an American citizen, I am going to be saving the government millions of dollars, okay? I mean millions of dollars, okay? As far as, you know, the welfare system, which can go to fund some of my other programs that I do have ideas for, okay? So anyway, I want to thank you all again for staying with me to the end of the video, if you are. And for my returning viewers, I want to say thank you for, you know, staying with me and staying subscribed. If this is your first time, click that subscribe button, turn on all bell notifications so you will get notified when I do a new video. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if you agreed with it. If you did not, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. At least I know you watched it. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you think that my idea for the welfare system is good or not. Okay? Or, you know, if you like it, great. If you think there's some ideas wrong with my plan, let me know what you would like to see. Let me know what you would like to see done with the welfare system, okay? Because I'm all about giving the country back to the people and giving them what they want, okay? So just remember, 2024, remember this beautiful face. I am going to be running for president. I want to say thank you for joining me. And y'all have a nice day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.